Hello, welcome to episode 178 of the Datapack tutorials series for version 1.2.1.4. We're doing full moon means higher chance, so if it's a new moon, something happens not very often at all. But as the days progress and we get to the full moon, then it happens a lot more. Now for this example, I am just using a clicking sound, but you could run a function. Thank you to GalSergey for this. I probably would have come up with a solution, but my solution would have been absolutely awful. GalSergey's is very nice and elegant. Let me show you what I mean. Let's do time set midnight. And because we're doing time set, we have set it to the beginning of the days. The day is now set to 0, and it is a full moon. And I'm going to go forward 4 days. Time add, well, 1 day is 24,000, so 4 days, 96. And we've got a new moon. Let's turn on our clicker. Wow, nothing happening at all, really. But it is new moon, so we don't expect it to happen. Oh, there we got one click. Oh, we got another one. Okay, let's progress a bit. Let's go time set. Time add. Don't want to do set. So now we're going to go forward by 1 night. Oh, yeah, we're clicking a bit more now. Yeah, let's go forward by another night. Yeah, that feels like a bit more. 1 more night. That's definitely a bit more. And let's go to full moon. Oh, now it's definitely happening a lot. And let's make our way back again. Bit less. Bit less. Bit less. Back to the new moon. And not often at all. So new moon is pretty safe. Imagine we link that to spawning zombies or something. New moon, pretty safe. Full moon, lots of clicks at the full moon. Okay, let's have a look and see how we're doing it. In other words, let's get on and build it now. Okay, well, I've already emptied the data pack, so let's just do a reload and that'll stop it working. Okay, now I'm going to try and explain this, but we do use a bit of maths. And I'm not very good at maths, so hopefully my explanation will be okay. Now, you're definitely going to end up with something that you can just copy. But let's see if I can get a little bit of an explanation going on. Right, we are going to be using a binomial distribution in a predicate check. Now, I've got a page here from the University of Iowa, actually. And this is going to sort of demonstrate what we're going to do. Now, P is our chance. So we're just going to have a chance of 0.5. And N is sort of we're going to use that for the number of days or the number of different phases of the moon. There's 8 different phases for the moon. So we'll have that. And we've got this little graph here, and we can see 0. If we've got 0, so if X is 0, let's press enter. We've got a very little chance of something happening. If X is 1, a bit more chance. If it's 2, more. 3, more. If it's 4, we've got a lot of chance of something happening. So these are the numbers we're going to use. Our chance we're going to leave the same. Our N is the number of the total number of phases of the moon. There are 8. And our X is the current phase of the moon, which we've currently got set to 4. So that's what these numbers are. And we're going to try and use that. But let's go over and do our load function. Load. And let's get a couple of scores. Scoreboard. Objectives. Add. Let's just call it moon. Moon. Dummy. And I want a constant as well. And I'm going to be naughty here. I'm not going to actually define a constant. I'm just going to use that same score. And we'll call them phases. So that's how many phases there are. And we know there are 8. So let's set that to 8. Okay. So inside moon, we'll be able to store the current phase. And we've also got a fake player called phases who is storing the total number of phases, of which there are 8. Okay. Let's save that. Let's go to clicker. And we'll get the day. Now, this is similar. If you watched the last episode, this is a bit similar. That's why I'm doing this episode straight away afterwards, because it might be fresh in your head. Execute, store result into a score, And this one we'll just call phase. This is going to be our current phase. Moon, run, time, query, day. That's going to return how many days the server's been running for. Or the world has been open for, rather. This one we're going to leave off for the moment. We'll come back to this. We're going to be jumping around a little bit in this episode. Then we'll get the current moon phase using modulo, scoreboard, players, operation, phase, moon, modulo equals the total number of phases, moon. So what we're doing there, let's say if your server had been open for 25, or your game, your single player world had been running for 25 Minecraft days, then what it's going to do, we've used phases moon, which we set to 8. So it's going to take 8 off that, and it's going to get 17. Let's go, well, I can still take 8 off that, and it's going to get 9. And then it's going to take 8 off again, it's going to get 1. And then it's going to say, I can't take any more 8s out of that. 1 is what I'm going to put in here. So we got a 1. We know we're on moon phase 1. So let's say it was 5. Well, we can't take 8 off that. It's moon phase 5. Let's say it's 12. Well, we can take 1 8 off that. And that will give us 4. It's moon phase 4. So that's what this is doing here. It's giving us the remainder after removing as many of this number as it can from this number. And now let's run a command more often at full moon. Well, we're going to need a predicate for this, but let's do it without the predicate. Execute as all players at s run play sound. Well, let's spell things correctly. Play sound. I think I want the button click, which I think is in UI. Button click. Oh, there we go. I haven't used the namespace. Very naughty. Play it on the master channel for all players. Let's play it. We're playing it at the player. Minimum volume of 1. Pitch of 1. There we go. Let's be good. Let's be good. Let's put the namespace in there. Minecraft 1. Now, my command block here, F5, that is running the clicker function. So that's the function we just made. So I think you could probably guess if we turn that on, what we're going to do is we're going to get the day, we're going to get the current phase, and then we're just going to spam a clicking sound anyway, whatever happens. Let's just test it. Yeah. Okay. Right, what we need then is we need to add a predicate in here to do that binomial check. So let's go off and let's have a look at this. So we've got n, the total number of phases, p, our chance that something will happen, and 4, the current phase. So let's go over to misode. Let's do, well, I suppose it's going to be a value check. We'll check a value. The value we're going will be an object. Its type will be binomial. And look, we've got n and p now. And we can see we have n and p here. Okay, great. So let's just copy those in. So we'll have n8, p equals 0.5. Okay. N is a float. And we had that set to 8. That seems all right. And p we'll have as a float, and we had that set to 0.5. Okay. Now I've got a feeling that I want to change something here just to make sure it's right. Value type. If we change that to object, what do we get? Here we get a constant. Okay. Let's change that to a constant, and the value will be 8. There we go. So we're doing a value check. It will be a binomial value check. N is a constant, and it's going to be 8, and P is a float. So that's N is a constant, it's going to be 8, and P is our float. Float is the number type. And we need a range. So and this is going to be the current phase. So let's set that ourselves. Let's just do, it's an integer. Current phase of the moon is 0. Okay, let's copy that. And we'll take it back here. So by setting that range to 0, we've set this x to 0. So it looks like we're not going to have much chance of something happening. But we're going to copy it anyway. We'll take it into fixed. And we'll save that. And then we'll add that predicate to our clicker. If predicated, no, and we'll say fixed. Save. Let's go back and test. Now, we might not get a click because we've got a very low chance. We could wait a while. Who knows? Okay, let's change that range. So let's turn that off. Let's go back to here. So we've got x as 0. Very little chance of that happening. Let's pick 4. Big chance of it happening. Okay. Let's go to our fixed predicate. Change the range to 4. Press save. Go back. Do a reload. Cool. Okay. So we can see now we've hard coded it, which isn't great. So we're hard coding here the current phase of the moon. And if we set it to 4, there's a big chance, and we can see that from our little chart here. If we set it to 4, there's a big chance. If we set it to 0, 1, 2, or 3, the chance goes up. But as we set it to 5, 6, 7, 8, the chance goes back down again. Right. Now let's change this, because our current phase, well, we're getting that, and we're saving it in a score. We're saving it into phase moon. So let's not use that hard-coded 4. Let's go back here. Let's get rid of this integer. We currently got it set to 0. Let's change that to an object. We'll have a min, which is going to be an object, and a max, which is going to be an object. The type for those will be a score. Type for both of them is going to be a score. The target will be an object. For both of them will be an object. The type will be fixed. The type will be fixed. The name, okay, this is the name. What was the name of the person we saved it as? Phase. Phase, and we're looking for the score moon. Okay. So the name should be phase. Copy, paste you in there, and the score should be moon. Okay, so we haven't changed our chance of something happening here, still a 0.5. We haven't changed the constant because we're not changing how many different types of moon there are. There's still 8 types of moon. We've just changed the bit where we're getting the current phase of the moon. Let's copy that, and let's paste that into fixed. Into scores, into our predicate scores. There we go. Save that. And now we'll go to clicker, and instead of using the fixed predicate, we will use the scores predicate. Okay, let's save that. Let's go back. Let's do a reload. Let's turn it on. Okay, so it's currently, let's go to time set midnight. We are back to day 1, midnight. It's not clicking very much. What's happening? Let's add some time. Time, add 1 day. Now it's clicking. Now it's clicking more. Now it's clicking more. And now it's clicking lots. Okay, so what we've got is we've got it more dangerous when it's a new moon, not more dangerous when it's a full moon. And the problem here is we can go back and look at our binomial distribution applet from the University of Iowa again. We can see that if we set this to 0, there's not much chance of it happening. And 0 or 1 is the full moon. The new moon is 4. So all we have to do is shift this along. And we're just going to add 4 to do that. So inside here, we're going to add 4 to move the distribution. So if it gives us the result, it's sort of like a new moon or something, we don't want that. We want to add 4. I mean, literally just going to be a scoreboard. Scoreboard, players, add, phase, moon, 4. Save. Now that should work. Let's have a little check. Let's do a reload. We are currently on new moon. We got a click, but that's alright. It will click sometimes. Just not very often. There we go. And let's add some time again. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Lots. Okay. So now we've got full moon is more dangerous. And now what you do is you come in here and instead of running play sound, you run whatever you want to happen. You know, another function. You can count the number of clicks or something like that. And do whatever you like, basically. This video is not concerned with what you're going to do with it. It's just how we're doing it. Can we have an example of what this is doing? Let's say we get time query day and it returns the value 12. Now, if we modulo that with 8, it's going to take 8 off and return 4. And it's going to say, okay, 4, that is the new moon. But let's say we query it, which we're doing here, and it's 12. Then we add 4 to it. We get 16. Now we modulo it and take 8 off. We can take 8 off once. Oh, we can take 8 off again. And we get to 0. 0 is the full moon. That's why we're adding this 4 there. It's just pushing it forward 4 days or 4 nights or 4 moon phases. Okay. Now, I am fully aware that I can't move my camera. I am fully aware that that was probably the worst explanation ever in the history of the world. But it might help give you a start if you're playing around with binomials yourself. You've got this web page now. You can put some numbers in and it'll help show you what the n and the p and the x are doing. And if you just want to, of course, you can literally just come in here and take this predicate and use it yourself. So easily, there we go. We're checking for the full moon or the new moon. If you want full moon, add 4 to this score. If you want new moon, don't add 4 to the score. And hey, if you come up with anything exciting or interesting, let me know, because I'm sure we could do some cool stuff. Someone mentioned they wanted something to work more during the full moon, or maybe you go, okay, if it's full moon, then double the amount of zombies or triple the amount of zombies, something like that. Or there's a much higher chance that a boss zombie or a queen spider or something will spawn. Let me know. I'll be very interested to know what ideas you come up with. Anyway, I'm going to let you go, but another thanks to GalSergey for very slowly, a long time ago now, very slowly walking me through the binomial, which was very handy. So thank you very much, GalSergey. All right. Everyone have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.